My mom took my new phone and gave it to my cousin, claiming she deserves it more. I've never had a good phone. Usually, I'd receive a hand-me-down from my brother when he got a new one from my father. He used to say there was no need to buy a new one since I already had a perfectly functioning phone. The problem was that the phones were always slow, cracked, and my brother never bothered to clear anything from them. Recently, I started working at a small convenience store in the neighborhood. I didn't earn much, but I saved every penny. After 3 months, on my birthday, I combined the money I received as a gift with my savings and bought a relatively expensive new phone for where I live. I was over the moon. I had never owned anything like it, and I was so proud to have achieved it through my own efforts. However, that's when the problem began. 2 days later, my cousin came to visit. They live on a nearby street but rarely visit us. My cousin saw my phone and began asking lots of questions, which I answered because I was very proud of my phone. Finally, she asked if I could lend her the phone for a few weeks so she could show it off at school. I obviously said no, it was an expensive phone. And I wanted to use it. If she took it, I'd be left without a phone. She fell silent and went to talk to my mom. After that, it was time for me to head to work, and I can't bring my phone there, so I left it in a drawer at my house. After working all day, I came home, went to get my phone, and it was simply gone. Both the phone and the receipt were missing. I panicked and asked my mother what had happened. She said my cousin wanted to use the phone for a bit, so she told her where it was, and they took it. I asked why she did that, and she said because she wanted to, and I shouldn't be so selfish. I went to my aunt's house. And they simply said they wouldn't give it back and that she was my cousin and deserved it more because she's such a good girl and she only wanted to use the phone for a few months. I told them no, the phone was mine, and I had paid for it with my money, and they couldn't do that. They said they also took the receipt, so even if I reported it, no one would believe me. Now I'm lost. I don't have another phone, and I spent all I had on this one, and neither my mom nor my aunt seemed to care about this injustice. I only used it for a few days before they took it. I don't know what to do. I couldn't get up because of how demotivated I was. I had worked for months to afford that phone, only to have it taken away from me in a minute. I know my aunt, and I know my mother. My aunt would never willingly return that phone, and my mother wouldn't care, and in a week, she'd invite my aunt over again, and both would just forget about it. From what I've heard, my cousin has already put a password on the phone and said that even when she returns it, she won't remove the password. And I'd have to ask her every time I want to unlock the phone. But one day, I woke up feeling angry and decided to put an end to it. I went to my aunt's house in the morning and told her I wanted the phone. She said it just wouldn't happen, and my cousin had already gotten attached to it, suggesting I should just buy another since I had a job. I chuckled and told her it would be better for her to return the phone now, or I'd report her to the police. She said I didn't have the courage, and I simply left. She called my mother and told her all of this. While I was looking for the digital receipt of the phone on our computer and printing it, my mother came to me, telling me to stop being spoiled and just give the phone to my cousin without making a scene. I told her I didn't care about what she said either because all the blame for this happening was on her for not being a good mother. After that, I got the receipt and left the house, hearing her shout at me, telling me to come back. Now, the typical family drama is unfolding. My aunt offered to return the phone to me for 2 days a week and let my cousin have it the other 5 days if I dropped the charges, with the same rule about not removing the password. I obviously didn't accept, and 2 days later, they told me that since I had chosen to be spoiled, they had broken the phone. So now, neither of us would have it. In addition to the charges, I told them I would file a lawsuit against her for the phone and for emotional distress. Obviously, this has distressed both my aunt and my mother, and now they're both begging me to just drop it and let it go, and they'll find a way to get me another phone. I would have accepted that before, but now I want my aunt to pay for everything I've been through. However, some family members are criticizing me, so I'm wondering if I'm in the wrong. Am I wrong?